Hello, my dear students. I welcome you to the first lecture of this prerequisites. So, the first topic that we are going to discuss is set. You might have already studied this topic before, but still we are going to study it, or you can say we are going to have a revision. So, what is a set? So, set is nothing but it is a collection of well-defined objects. Now, the question is, what do you mean by well-defined? So, well-defined means known objects. What I am saying? Well-defined means what? Known objects. For example, you are having bikes. For example, Pulsar is there. You can say what are the names? Jupiter is there, Activa is there. These are all objects, right? Or even if you are having cars like Desire, Aspire, okay, so these are all objects. Or it may be your friends as well, they are also objects, whatever you know. Okay, for example, it may be some trees also, it may be name of the flowers also, it may be names of the birds also. Is that fine? Okay, so whatever is known to you, that is nothing but what? Object, right? And the collection of that well defined, or you can say known object, is called as what? A set. So actually we denote the set by a capital letter always. Just remember this. So students tend to make a mistake over here. Sometimes they use small letter to denote a set, but that is not true. You can see here. So in these examples, for each and every set I have used a capital letter. Just note one thing, never make a mistake. Whenever you write a set, it should be denoted by what? A capital letter. Next is, whatever this collection of well defined, or you can say known objects is there, that we placed in curly brackets. So as you can see here, curly bracket open and curly bracket close, and inside this we are having what? Our objects, isn't it? So for example, you know, colors of rainbows, Vibjar, right? So I can form a set of that, okay, and I have denoted by S. Or you can say I am having weekdays, Monday to Saturday, just put it in one curly bracket, and that becomes what? A set. I am calling it as S1. Even you can have names of the months like January, February up to December, put it in a set, it becomes put it in a curly bracket and it becomes what? A set. Over here 1 2 3 are also known objects to us. Basically they are numbers, right, that we used to count. Similarly 1 3 5 7, but this 1 3 5 7 are special numbers, right? You can see what is the speciality of these numbers. Can you think of it? Yes, right, they are odd numbers, right? All of them 1 3 5 7 are what? Odd numbers. So these are few examples of what? Set. So you can write your own examples now. The best way to understand a definition of mathematics is to construct your own examples. Okay, now I have given the few examples. Now you can try for more examples on your own. Now we will go for few important notes. The first note is members or elements of a set is denoted by lowercase letter. But the question is, what is member or element of a set? Now in the first example, that is capital S, this violet is nothing but what? A member of capital S, because it is present in that set, right? Or you can say this green is a member of S, okay? Or either you can say green is a element of S. Is that okay? Similarly for the set S1, what are the elements of S1? Monday is the element of S1, Tuesday is an element of S1, similarly Wednesday, and what, so on. For the set S2, you can say 1 is a member of S2, 2 is a member of S2, or you can say 2 is an element of S2. Okay, so again you can say 3 is an element of S2, and in this way. Okay, so but note one thing, these members or elements of a set is denoted by lowercase letters. So therefore I have told you, whenever you write a set, you should denote it by capital letter, and whenever you write member of a set, you should denote it by what, a small letter. So that is the second note. If X is a member of A, means X is present in A as an element, or you can say as a member, means just I will write here so it will be more clear. So A is equal to X is like this, it is present. There may be some more elements obviously, but what is said over here, if X is a member of A, means X is present in A actually as a member over there, then we say X belongs to A. Okay, so this is also another way, or you can say this is another nomenclature. Okay, so either we say this X is a member of A, or you can say X is an element of A, and what is the advanced nomenclature, that is X belongs to A, that is mostly used by mathematicians. Okay, so it is denoted by somewhat like this. Now like this, so you might have come across this notation before also. So how to read it? X belongs to A, and what is the meaning of it? X is present in that set as a member, means somewhat like this. This is the meaning of that. So if I want to write the similar thing for this example, what can I say? This violet, VIOLET, belongs to what? S. I can say like this because this violet is present in a set S as a member. Okay, similarly I can say this Tuesday belongs to what? S1. So okay, in other words, Tuesday is a member of S1. But can I say like this, white? Can I say white belongs to S? This is the question. See, now do our set S contains the color white? No, it does not contain. So saying this white belongs to S is wrong. Okay, because white is not a member of S. So in these cases we say white does not belongs to S. Means if certain element is not there in the set, we use this concept. Okay, just put one line on this notation, then we say what, this is called as what, does not belongs to S. If you want I will write it here. Okay, just a minute. If X is not a member of A, now I will say X1 if you want is not a member of A, we say X does not belongs to A, and it is denoted as X1 rather, right? If X1 is not a member of A, we say X1 does not belong to A and denoted it as X1 does not belong to A. माझ्या मते हे समजलं आहे तुम्हाला. I hope you got my point, what I am trying to tell you. So therefore over here we will say white does not belongs to S because it is not present as a member in the set S, right? So this is regarding the definition of set. Now we will go for the definition of subset. Yes, so let A and B be two sets that are given to us. So this A, for A I am using green color and for B I am using red color. Okay, so let A and B be sets if every member of A is a member of B, then we say that A is a subset of B, and we denote it as somewhat like this. Now what is the meaning of it? Every member of A is a member of B means what? So see over here. So I have taken few examples, A, B and C. Now what are the members of A? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. What are the members of B? 1, 4, 8 and 16. So just tell me, is every member of A member of B? Try to understand. म्हणजे A चा प्रत्येक मेंबर हा B चा मेंबर आहे का? आता A चे मेंबर्स कोणते आहेत? मंडे, ट्यूसडे, वेनसडे. मग B ह्या सेटमध्ये मंडे, ट्यूसडे, वेनसडे आहे का? नाही आहेत. त्यामुळे आपण काय म्हणणार? A is not a subset of B. Is that clear? Now similarly, now what does B contain? 1, 4, 8, 16. What does C contain? 1, 4. So is every member of B present in C? No. Basically 1 and 4 are present. पण मी काय म्हणतोय की B मधला प्रत्येक मेंबर C मध्ये आहे का? नाहीये. कारण की B मध्ये 8 आहे जो की C मध्ये नाहीये. त्यामुळे आपण काय म्हणणार? B is not a subset of C. But note one thing, C मध्ये 1, 4 आहे आणि जो की B मध्ये पण आहे. मग आपल्याला काय म्हणता येईल? Every member of C is a member of B. So therefore what we can say? C is a subset of what? B, right? So this is the meaning. And if you draw a diagram, this is a Venn diagram. So this is our set A, I will say. Okay. And outside one is nothing but what? This outside one is our set B, right? This is B and this is A. Okay. Now one can easily see that every member of A is where? In B, right? So therefore over here by drawing Venn diagram, the concept of sets becomes easier to understand. Okay, so you can easily see that B च्या आत A आहे, right? So therefore we say that A is a subset of what? B, right? So this is the meaning of subset. If we go for the examples before this, now try to see this S1. So S1 contains Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday. Now there is a question to you. Just think in your mind, is S1 a subset of A or is A a subset of S1? This is our A, which contains Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and this is our S1. So question is S1 a subset of A or is A a subset of S1? I hope you got the answer. And what is the right answer? A is a subset of what? S1. If you got it, good. So now we'll go for the next definition, that is a universal set. So see, understanding universal set is little bit complicated. Okay, so see, what do you mean by universal set? Lot of students get confused over here. So universal set means आपल्यासाठी set काय means what is our boundary, we can say, in other words. Okay, so आपण पृथ्वीवरती राहतोय, मग आपण पृथ्वीच्या बाहेर जाऊ शकतो का? नाही, आपण कायम पृथ्वीवरच राहणार. ओके, दॅट इज आवर बाउंड्री, राईट? सो युनिव्हर्सल सेट म्हणजे काय? आता सपोज आपण काही सेट्स बघतोय, आता ह्या केसमध्ये ए, बी आणि सी बघतोय आपण, इजंट इट? ओके, मग ह्या केसमध्ये आपला युनिव्हर्सल सेट काय असू शकतो? आता ए मध्ये काय आहे? मंडे, ट्यूजडे, वेनसडे. याचा अर्थ आपल्या युनिव्हर्सल सेटमध्ये मंडे टू व्हॉट? सॅटर्डे, इन्क्लुडिंग संडे ऑल्सो. ओके, संडे, मंडे अप टू व्हॉट? सॅटर्डे हे असू शकतं, आय गेस. असणार असं आपल्याला म्हणता येणार नाही. सो इट इज अ वेग कन्सेप्ट, द युनिव्हर्सल सेट. ओके, आणि बी आणि सी जर बघितलं तर दिस आर सम नॅचरल नंबर्स. ओके, सो वी आर गोइंग टू स्टडी व्हॉट डू मीन बाय नॅचरल नंबर्स. सो सध्याला फक्त एवढं लक्षात ठेवा की द नंबर्स दॅट वी यूज टू काउंट For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on are called as what? Natural numbers. So over here our universal set will be the days of the week together with what? The set of natural numbers, because that is what our ABC are containing, right? These are days of the week and these are nothing but what? Natural numbers, isn't it? So this is nothing but a universal set. Okay, so uh, there are some subjects in mathematics where your universal set is sometimes set of integers, sometimes set of natural numbers, and sometimes it is a set of real numbers. Okay, so what is the meaning? Suppose my u is set of natural numbers. So whatever I am going to study now, for example sets A and B and C, now these sets are going to contain elements from what? This natural number only. This is the meaning. I cannot go out of the universal set. I hope you are getting my point. So and that is what the definition says. A universal set is a set containing all elements of a problem under consideration. Okay, so whatever sets we are discussing, okay, so that universal set should contain all the elements from the sets that we are discussing, and it may happen that it may contain elements more than that also. Okay, so that is what I have told you over here, right? So युनिव्हर्सल सेट मध्ये काय असणार? हे सगळे एलिमेंट्स तर असणारच, ए बी आणि सी चे सगळे एलिमेंट्स असणार. in addition to it there may be, I said, okay, there may be more elements also, as I have told you, maybe Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and rest of the natural numbers also. Okay, so this is regarding universal set.